What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of our series. Now, in this episode, we're going to cover how you're going to create authentication using the Oauth authentication. Now, the Oauth authentication is either using Google authentication or any other authenticating framework that allows authentication. Now, we have other examples of socials that allow authentication, such as Facebook. We have GitHub as well. Yeah, among other many ways of logging into your website. In this particular episode, we're going to discuss how to create the way to log in using Oauth authentication using a Google account. Now, Google, we all understand Google is one way that you can use to authenticate a new user or existing user to authorize them to be able to access your website, or rather to be able to access the protected routers in your website. Now, with that said, we will jump just into our project, and you can see we have prepared our IDE. That is our integrated development environment. Now, in this environment, you can see there are different you can see I've put different components and pages. I've put them I've arranged them in a manner that you can understand how you're going to put your logging in to look more presentable, to look more interactable. Yeah, so you can see our application is built on vite. Now, vite is one way that you can create your authentication. You can create your applications. It's a platform that you can use to create your application. Now, with that said, I will not touch so much on vite. So what I will advise is you go into the documentation and see how vite documentation is stating and how to go about setting up your environment. So for this episode, I'm going to show you first how to set up an environment using vite. So the first thing that you do is come in your getting started, where we have different node packages. That is npm create vite at latest. This one is one way of initializing on how to create your React application. So we have npm react create vite at latest. So from that, you can choose different applications. If you want to see more about how to set up your environment using vite, please feel free to visit my previous episodes where we have worked on vite. You can see I have a whole a video on how to set up your environment using vite. So this is the package that you're going to be using. You can either use this package, you can call this package and initialize your application using this package, or even where it will direct you differently how you want to set up your environment. But as well, you can use other templates here. You can see, like, for instance, this template is for Vue. This one is for Vue.js. So you can use that template when you setting up your environment for Vue vite application. Now, with that said, I'll just jump directly into our application. Now you can see this is our root directory where we're going to where we're going to be calling all our other files from. So this is our first this is our root a file that will host all the other files. And we also need to have installed our style sheet. We're going to be styling using the SAS style sheet, so you need to install the SAS. You can as well check from our previous videos. You'll get to understand how to set up your your SAS styling. So with that said, we will jump directly into starting our coding. Now you can see I've already imported the browser router as well as router, routes and route. These ones are this is a functionality that is in React that supports navigation or moving around different pages. For instance, your application has many pages and you want to move through the pages, you can use the browser router, or you can use the router in navigating throughout throughout those pages, as well as components. For instance, you're trying to sign up. You have you can see our primary, for instance, you have our primary page that is sign up. You can have the sign up page, and the sign up page is when you sign up, it will direct you to a sign in page. Using React Router DOM, you can be able to configure your application to be able to execute those functions. So what we need to do first, we need to wrap our application using the React Router DOM. These different components here that belongs to the React Router DOM. So the first component that we're going to wrap everything on is the router. So we're going to have a router. Then the router is it has opening and closing tags, remember, because it's going to wrap the whole application. So you need to wrap everything in the router. So you can see this is welcome to our application, yeah. So that welcome to our application is, you can see when I start the server, it's already displaying on our main screen. So yeah, and I'm doing away with that because we don't really need that one. So the other thing that we're going to wrap our application is the routes. So we have different routes. We're going to wrap everything in routes. So we have wrapped our application with routes. Then we have this one router. Now this one router is going to display a route is going to display, rather this route is going to be displaying the components or a single page. So our route is going to be a self-closing tag. We're going to have the route. Then the route is going to have a path. The path that we're going to build for the route is going to be the login route path. Then we're going to have an element. The element that is going to be our component. That is the screen that we're going to be displaying. We're going to have that component here. And we've not created the component yet. We're going to create it as a page because it's going to be a page on its own, yeah. So we're going to have a page. We're going to have it login.jsx. So remember the snippet that I was telling you about, the React snippet that you need to have in order to autofill this template. You need to have them there. So remember, this is not a JS template. It's going to be a JSX template. So we need to have it as JSX template. So this is our first page that we're going to have, and we need to call it here. We're going to call it down, as well as import it. You see, it's going to autofill, and you can see already it has already imported in our main template. If I refresh and I go back to the screen, I should be able to see the I'm supposed to when I navigate to this path, I'm supposed to see it. I'm supposed to see this particular page. So we're going to slash it with this path, the login path, and then boom, you can see it has appeared in our login page. So we have that page already with us. We need to add another page that is going to be the registration page. So the registration page is going to be a route on its own as well. So we're going to create this route with the path of register rather. So we're going to have register with the element, and the element that is going to be contained in this particular component is going to be our registration page. So we need to create this register.jsx. For React extension, we need to put it as JSX. I think you failed something miserably. We don't need this login. This is what we need. Yeah. Apparently, we need to set up the whole template, RAFCE. Now, remember the extension for JS is just for JavaScript, but we're not dealing with JavaScript. We're not dealing with vanilla JavaScript here. We're dealing with React, so we're going to have the extension JSX. So we need to import this template as well. It's going to be our register. This is register page. So we have those pages. And as well, we can put a logout command, but let us first focus on these two and build our login and registration page. Now, you can see we have a login. How do we want our login to appear like? So in this login, we're going to create a component that is going to contain the login credentials, rather the login feeds. So we're going to have a form that is going to allow you to log in. So we're going to have a form. This is the form that we're going to create there, and we have to fill this form, RAFCE. You can see we have our form is well looking. So what do we need first? We need to create this form. What does this form has? This class. It has class of form container. Then inside the it's supposed to be a form, yeah. So inside this form, we're going to make it a form. Okay, we're going to make it a form. It's going to be a form. So the form has an header, and what do we call our header first? What names do we use for our header? No, you know what? We need. Let me show you a very nice way of doing this. We're going to create a const name that is going to store the method that is going to be called. It's either the method that is going to be called, and the method is either login, or if it's login, then it's going to display the login page. Is supposed to display the login page, and if it's not login, then it should display the register. Okay, it should display register. It's either when you call it displays the register or the login. So with that said, what we need here is we're going to have our form header, which is going to be an h1 tag. Then the h1 tag is going to contain this constant that we create, variable that we created there. So it's going to have this name. We need that one there. So the first thing that we're going to do here is build the input. The input is going to contain a type of text with a class name of form input. That is how we're going to call it. Then the form is going to have the value. So the values that we're going to put here is we're going to create these states. So we're going to have states there, and the state that we're going to have here is username. This is our first state that we're going to have. Then on change, the form as well will change. It will have an event that is going to be an event with a callback that is going to set username. This is the function that is coming with the state username e.target value. So what we need here, we need to create those states there. So we're going to store them in this variable. We're going to have username, and we're going to have set username at the function. We're going to have use state. We import the use state, remember, and it's going to be we're going to have it as an empty string. So we're going to store it as an empty string. So we have another thing that we will be using to log in. We're going to store another variable that we're going to be using while logging in. We're going to have a password. Then you set the password. Okay. Then you use state, and our password is going to be an empty object. Then we're going to store another. Another thing that we're going to store here is the loading. Set loading. This one is for a spinner that is going to be showing us if this if we are loading, or if there's something that is happening during our sign up or our registration. Log in. Okay, so with those two, we're going to use those two inputs. So we need to add another input here, and this input is going to be of type text. Okay, text. That is going to have a class name of form input. The value is going to be password. On change, we're going to have this callback that is going to contain set password, then event dot target value. Then the placeholder, we should have a placeholder for this one. Actually, we should have placeholder for both. Placeholder is going to be username. Then the other placeholder is going to contain a password. Yeah, so we need to format this form, but first we need as well to put another button here that is going to be a submit button. Okay, so we need to have a submit button that is going to have a class form button. Okay, it's form button. So this button is going to be of type submit button. So remember, we're going to be submitting the name of the variable that we stole, either name, either login or registration. So this is how our form will look like. But now we need to format this form to look a bit prettier. You can see now this is how the form should look like. So we need to import this form in our login. So we come here and we import the form. We import this form. We import the form. Okay, let us refresh and see what response comes with it. So it's a login. I think we need to check something here in the login. Method. Our form is going to have parameters. You can see it's not giving us what we need, so we need to give it parameters. Those parameters, we're going to export this parameter. We need to export it. That's why it's not showing on our home page. You can see, boom, we have our home page. So this is how our registration should look like. It's either login. Sorry, let me see. So this one is either login or registration. So we are in the register. And the login, we go to the login. Login, you can see the login. The login is already showing the login. It's coming with this path. But now we need what? We need the register. Yeah, let me see from the form. Method is the method login. If the method is login, otherwise put it as register. Yeah. What am I? Register. Sorry, we've not created this login page. We need to create this form as well. We need to have the register. So we're going to import this form here in our register. We're going to have a form. We need to import it from the component, and the form is going to have a method. Our method now that is going to be register. So it should be calling this method register. Yeah, it should call this register method. You can see now we have a register ready, but we've not assigned anything to our to our login. We have not assigned the method in our login, so we need to put them to assign this parameter here that is going to be login. We need to have our login and register. Let us save and see if it's going to. You can see now the power of props in our components. You can co-share the form. You can see yeah, you have the register and the login page. And the login. Now you can see we have, this is what we have, but now the scale is not looking so, it's not so appealing, so we need to style this to make it a bit attractive. Yeah, so we're going to create another folder here that is going to be our where we're going to be storing our styling. So we're going to have our style there, and this style is going to have our form styling. So we're going to have different style. We're going to have the form dot scss, yeah, and we need to import that in our form. Remember, you have to remember every time. If you don't remember, you're in big trouble. Import form dot css. So we need to style this. What is import what? No, we're importing it from the wrong folder. We need to import it from the styles, and it's going to be form.css. Okay, so we need to style that one. Let us stay and save and see. Yeah, you can see it now. The form is well formed. So what is our first class here that is going to wrap everything is this form container. So we're going to have a form container class here in our form, and the form container is going to display, is going to have a display of flex. Remember, things should be displaying in a flex display direction, that is a column. Then you align the items at the center, so they should be at the center. Justify content at the center. Margin, we're going to have a margin of 50 pixels. That is 50 pixel out, okay, according to the size of your screen. So the padding, we're going to have a padding of 20 pixels. So system should have a padding of 20 pixels. Border radius, it's going to be, we don't want it so curvy, so you're going to have it 8 pixels. Then we're going to have a box shadow, that is going to have a 0 top and bottom. Then left and right is going to have 4 pixels. Okay, then the color that is going to be in this particular one is going to be RGBA. So the color is going to be 0 0 0.1. okay, 0.1. Very fantastic. Let us see. Now this is the color of our form. So our form container is going to have this form input. Form input. What is inside the form input? The width of the form input is going to be 90%. 90% of the total width, with a padding of 10 pixels. That's enough padding for input. The margin, we're going to have a margin 10 pixels and 0. Then we're going to have a border. We're going to have a border of 1 pixel solid, 1 pixel solid, and this solid color shall be white. So our white is going to be DCCC. Okay, you can see I've put caps somewhere. I don't need that. Border radius. We're going to have a border radius of 4 pixels. Then box sizing. Box sizing should be border box. Okay. So this is our format of our input. Our input is going to look like. So other thing that we're going to have here is our form button. So we need the form button. The form button is going to have a width of 95%. Then a padding, we will have a padding of 10 pixels. I get you. Margin. Then a margin of 20 pixels and a 0. Back with a background color. A button is going to have a background color of what color now? 007B FF. Let us see this color. Yes, that bluish. Then our text is going to have it's our text now. We're going to have a white text. Sorry, don't need that color. So our text is going to be white in color with a border of none. We don't need borders here. Then a border radius. I'm talking about this particular form, and we're going to have as well cursor of pointer that is going transition that is going to have a transition of background color, background what color, that is going to be transiting in a duration of 0.2 seconds. Yeah. Is in out. Okay, now this is how our button should look like. Then we have another property here that is going to be our form button. Then the form button should have a hover. When you move the mouse, you want to log in or something, and you want to hover the button over, it's going to have a background color of a blue, but this blue is going to be shade. It's going to be shader. It's going to be more shaded than the normal button. You can see now. Let us see. You can see this the fading from this. The difference in fade from this one is clearly seen. So let us try and save our form and see how our form looks like. Whoa. This is our form. Crazy form. Just taking the whole page. Now, there's something that we need here. What do we need? Maximum width. What is our maximum width? We didn't put maximum width. Okay. We need our maximum width. This is too huge. Max width, that is going to be 400 pixels. Okay. Let us see how this look like. Boom. This is our login page. Now, in this is not what we need really. We just put it there. But now, we have our, there's something here we need to put in our form. We need to put our Oauth button in our form. Okay, so how do we get to that? We need to create another button beneath this button, and let me see, beneath the form we're going to have another button. Actually, we should wrap everything. No, we're going to create another component. We're going to have another component, yeah, and this component is going to contain our Google Auth button. So what is this button that we're going to create here? We're going to create something like, what are we going to call it? We're going to call it Oauth .jsx JS. We need arfce. So there's something, I don't need this format. I need rafc. I need this format. Yes, we need to style it. We need to make it how we want it. Remember, we are the creator of it. So yes, now this is a button that we're going to why is it acting funny? Why is it Oauth? I think the naming convention, you can bear me, it's a very hard one, yeah, but we'll go with it. This is how we'll go with it. We need to have Oauth. Okay, now with our Oauth, we need to create what? We need to create this button now. This is our button here. We're going to wrap everything on a div, and we're going to give it a class of Oauth. That is the class that we're going to give it for styling. We need to have the Oauth, then we have a button. So the button type is going to be a button, okay, and the button is going to have a class name of Auth button. That is the class that we're going to give our button. Now, for a button to look more appealing, we need to create something. We need to import. We need to import React icons. How do we import React icons? Let us check here. React. We can go to the documentation. React icons. npm. Okay, so we need this package to install our React icons. We need to carry this package. We'll carry it. This is not the main documentation, but we're going to use this one. It's more or less we need just the package. But if you need to read more about the React icons, I'm sure you'll find it on the documentation, on the React documentations, icons documentation. So we need to install that. And what we need now is we've already installed that. we need to put that icon here. That is going to be a self-closing component. Is going to be AI fill, which is, it's not, I don't think I've installed Google Circle. This is not, I'm not so certain about if it has given what I want, but let me see, hopefully it'll have, I'm not so certain. Let's try import it, and I feel Google Circle import from React icons stroke AI. Nice. I think it's the component. I think the package is already imported, but we have to be certain of it. Let us try and import it somewhere. We need to import it in our form. So let me see where we want to put it. We can put it in our form or no, and we'll put it as a component, remember. So it's going to be Oauth import from there. Now let us see how this looks like. Is it optimizing? I can see it's reloading, but we need to see from now. Very nice. You can see the button, it has already formed in our form. This is very nice. So we need to style this button, and for us to style this button, more or less, I think we're going to give it the same colors. We're going to give it Oauth. First things first, Oauth. We're going to give it this. I'm going to give it this styling, copy. Then we're going to style it in Oauth. Did we style it? No, we didn't style it. So we need to create it. Need to create a style template here. Oauth .scssi. So this is what we need there, and we need to import it. Oauth import it from style, and the style is going to contain Oauth.cssi. So this is what we need, and we will import this styling or this button here. So it's going to be form button, and we're going to borrow a leaf from that to this one, to this. We paste it there, but the whole form is wrapped up with this class. Copy this class. You wrap everything in this class. So we're going to wrap everything up. Oauth that is going to, oh no, this is style sheet. We need to carry everything inside this, right? Let us now stay and see how this one is going to look like. You can see how the buttons looks like. Yeah, very nice. This button looks like it's a bit better. You can see why is it not covering the all? Why is it not? First things first, width. Can I give it a width of 100%? Yeah, let me see. What am I giving it here? Okay, you know what, we're going to borrow something else here. We're going to borrow max width. We're going to borrow this max width. We're going to put the max width here. Let us see. Okay, not so bad, not so good, just in between. But now oh no, why is it not giving? Why is it not giving me what I want? I want something here. Auth. Remember we have that. Can we do something? Maybe continue with Google. Continue with Google. Let me see. Whoa, you can see, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Continue with it. This is what I'm talking about. Now, you can see it's already. This is what we're talking about. From button, text align, center. I need to align them to the center. Not textile, align items. Align items center, and watch the magic. They should align. What is wrong with the mother? Now we have our login button. We have our Oauth, and we have our login, the normal login and our Oauth. Now I'll take you through the next episode of this particular tutorial that we're going to integrate our backend and our Oauth. See you in the next one.